Okay, I'd like to welcome you all to another one of our weekly business opportunity meetings we do every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm very, very excited today to talk to you about a number of things. But what I really want to focus on is the idea that we check all the boxes. Okay. Now, when you're looking for a good opportunity, one that you can make money, here's the things that people care about. Okay. They want something that's, relatively easy. Okay. How many of you agree that what we do in pool funding is relatively easy? Would you guys agree with that?
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Now, there might be a little bit of technicalities that once you've learned them, it's easy after that. But, if you're brand new to some of the technology that we use, but if you're not new to the technology, it's just like click, 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 and, it's very easy to do what we do. Okay. So that's one of the boxes that people care about. Another box is the opportunity to turn a little bit of something into a lot of something. Do we have that here in pool funding, guys? Can we take a little bit and turn it into a lot? We have
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
we have that kind of leverage.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That certainly checks a box. And then another box that we check is how fast are we paid? Okay. So if you look at, the pool funding website, and you use that to earn daily cash flow. Okay. Well, unlike a lot of opportunities that make you wait a month or, some are just a week, but so many opportunities out there that you basically are building up an income that you can only collect once a month. They send you out a check or whatever, something like that, direct deposit. But right here with full funding, you get paid instantly, don't you? So when your referrals make their payment, it instantly goes from their wallet into your wallet, and there's no middleman, right? That's a big point, right? That checks a box. That's an important box, right? So comparing it to other opportunities out there. So you can make big money, you can make relatively easy, um, and you basically get paid instantly. Another box that we check is that we pay very well. I mean, it's hard to beat 100% commission, isn't it? It's hard
absolutely.
it's hard to beat that, isn't it? So we got that 100% commission. That checks a box, you know. Plus we have so many other additional opportunities surrounding the main one, right? And um So as far as creating positive cash flow, we've got that, okay, with our regular system, okay? And also we develop long-term wealth accumulation with it as well. So it's kind of a two for one. We're using wealth accumulation, we're leveraging long-term wealth accumulation in order to inspire others to join us on our journey to receive cash flow, daily cash flow, okay? You can only takes one to break even, and it only takes two people that come in to start getting positive daily cash flow. Another box that we check is that we pay daily. Our system revolves on a daily. We actually have timers in our website. Like when you do an activity, the buttons to do the activity again, they go away for 20 hours, right? So you can't just sit there and do the activity over and over and over again in one day, right? So those buttons go away, and then they come back 20 hours later, and then you've got up to 8 hours at that point to do the activity again. So technically, you have 28 hours every day to do this activity, and that activity generates the qualification that you need to get paid every day. So a lot of opportunities, they don't pay you every day, but we do. We have an opportunity for you to get paid every single day, and it adds up. And then another box that we check is that we're scalable. We have something for the small guy, for the medium guy, and for the big guy. Okay, we got something for everyone. If someone wants to just start out real small with us and maybe do like $1 a day, they could do that. Some people, they can start out with more than that. Okay. So we actually have multiple pools. We've got the $1 pool, the $10 pool, $100 pool, and the $1,000 pool. So, we are scalable, and a person could start, get in where they fit in and go like that. That's another box that we check. So you see all these the boxes I'm talking about, how, if you start thinking about this compared to like other opportunities, there's plenty of things out there. We certainly check a lot of boxes. Um, so let me show you something special that's kind of relatively new that kind of makes us, kind of cool, right? Let me see, share my screen. Try this again. Uh, okay, let me think where I want to go. I want to grab, I got to open up and, okay, we'll come here. I closed this, but I'll try and open again. 38 tabs is a lot, but we'll see what happens if I don't click on a video one. Close that. All right, I want to go to right here. Okay. So, guys, we have an opportunity for you to become what we call a well in our community. Right now, you can still become a well, for around $500, right? A little bit more, a little bit less, kind of depends each day. But more or less, if you got 500 bucks, we can turn you into a well. And once you're well, you can be whitelisted so that the following happens. Okay, I want to show you something here. So we actually have our lending website here where basically you lend $50 and you get back $100. Okay? So you lend 50, you get back 100. The normal system is you wait for a borrower to come pick up your offer. And it's basically a first in, first out situation. But for those of you that are in the wells, okay, and you've basically been verified through like Nancy. Nancy's our well liaison. Say hello, Nancy.
Hello, everyone.
There's Nancy. So if you're interested, if you're not a well and you want to become a well, be sure to reach out to Nancy. Okay. And if you got $500, that can be made possible. So what happens is we have this thing called the guaranteed. Okay, so you can see here we got paid, we got default. Okay, what's great about this is that even if the borrower defaults on the loan, you still, as the lender, double your money. You still turn $50 into 100 every single time. Okay, so you can see here, that's it. And then I've got one open order down here still. Soon to be gone because we're going to swing back and capture all the open orders from people that are wells. There's one more. We just got to go one more time through there and grab it. So once that's done, everybody that's a well, all of the orders that are open will be, closed out as a guaranteed. Okay. But as a guaranteed, here's what happens. Okay. You click on, let me just make sure I'm on the right wallet here. Let me just stop and put my password in here. Got to put my password in. Unlock the wallet. Make sure I'm connected properly. Share my screen again. Share. Share. Okay. That's what I want. And I'll refresh this, just get a nice fresh page. I got the right wallet. It's ready to go. Ace Fletcher wallet. All right. Continue to create an offer. Review. Okay, guys, don't let this this malicious signal get under your skin. MetaMask as well as other Web3 wallet systems, they just overly protect. And so we're just basically kind of like a new coin. Our liquidity doesn't quite reach what they would, what their parameters are. But as soon as we, get a little bit older with a little bit more liquidity, these alerts will go away. Okay. All right. So that says the transaction is complete. Okay. So I want you to see something here. We go down the bottom here. All right, so that just happened just now, 11/11. What a cool date, huh? 11/11/2025 at 6:49 p.m. Okay. It happens to be my time here in California. And so there you go. I basically put $50 in and instantly got $100 back. Is that cool or what?
Very much so.
Yeah, love it.
Instant,
Very cool.
yeah, instantly turned
Very good.
instantly turned $50 into $100. I didn't have to wait for a borrower to pick up my loan. It's another one of the perks and benefits and rewards of becoming a whale in pool funding. So, hey, don't miss out on the opportunity to become a whale. We know that the cream ultimately is going to rise to the top. And then when we do the transition into the new coin, that's going to kind of lock up the well positions for a while, I'm sure, because it's going to be way more than $500, way more than $500 to come and grab a well spot after the transition has been completed. Okay. So this is the window to take advantage of it, and there are so many perks and benefits and rewards for becoming a well. And we encourage everyone to do that. Oh, you might be asking, what does it take to be a well? Well, you just got to be one of the top 50 holders of any one of our pool funding coins. That would be the PFI, PFB, PFS, and PFG. So those four coins, you just have to be in the top 50 of that. And we've got our lovely Nancy here, who you can reach out to her on Telegram directly, and she can guide you and answer questions. And you can talk to her, you can Zoom with her, right? That's what she does. That's her job. Okay. And then if I'm available too, I'll be happy to talk to you as well. It's just been a little crazy since I got here to California. You can only imagine what it's been like for me since I've come back here. But normally I'm in the Philippines and just pounding away at this in my outdoor pool office. By the way, did you guys get that all cleaned up after the typhoon, Nancy? Is the pool
Okay,
office
now.
did it
Yeah,
get
it's okay now.
did it get wiped out, or is
Yeah,
it still fine?
it's still fine,
Yeah,
and they clean it and ready for waiting for you already.
for me to come back, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I miss you guys. So, all right. Okay, so there you go. That's my presentation for you today. Just I want you to think about how pool funding compares to other things. We have a great opportunity. It's multifaceted. Yes, you can make money with or without referrals. Yes, you can make huge money with referrals, like really big money, and it doesn't take that many, right? We know that ultimately with four referrals, that has the potential of creating over $1 million of passive residual income every single year, just on four referrals. That's another box. Like usually to get that kind of income, if you're building a team, you probably have to have dozens of people direct to you just to have a chance at bringing in $1 million a year, So, there's just lots of things that pool funding has to offer. So, and one more thing, one more little perk, just to remind you all that y'all are here. We offer paid training. That's one of our newest benefits that we rolled out. And ultimately, the paid training is going to work out to be something like $500 by the time you're cashing it in. So that's a good deal. So every time you come to a meeting like this, you get paid training as long as you meet our qualifications for that, which are very simple and straightforward. And there you go. So I'm going to take the next 10 or 15 minutes, just kind of open up the floor to, anybody that would like to contribute to a positive meeting, maybe share your testimony about what it's like to be part of pool funding and maybe your excitement. How about Ruth Brown? Ruth, you got your hand up. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine, Ace. I just wanted to ask you, I seem to have lost my standing as a whale in the whale
Okay.
club.
Okay.
Is there any way to get back into the whale club
Uh,
without paying another $500?
Well, of course there is. Why don't you reach out to Nancy and she'll examine your specific situation and she'll advise you. And Nancy, make sure she gets a little sweetener on top of whatever is, kind of normal thing. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, just
Okay.
message me.
Okay, thanks.
Because it's
Thanks,
Ruth,
Ace.
it's Ruth Brown. You're like brown
Kindness milk
sugar.
is a personal to you, man.
What's that?
Kindness milk is very sweet.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
I was going to ask about that too. Is it sugar or honey?
No, we want brown sugar, right? So,
Oh.
right? Yeah.
Or stevia.
Okay. Okay.
Joke, laugh. Anyway,
Okay.
don't get me going. Anyway, so
Okay.
so I'm wearing red today. So, I'm kind of in the holiday spirit. So I put my red shirt on to kind of show them a little bit in the holiday spirit. So, how many of you are getting the holiday spirit? Anybody feeling that holiday spirit that I'm talking about? Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling the Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah, that's the first one. That's the first one coming up. Yeah.
Gregory,
So,
you doing the turkey, bro?
who, me?
No, Gregory.
Greg, that's a good question.
I'm actually going up to the DC area because my sister does a wonderful turkey, and I'll take advantage of her cooking.
That's perfect. That is perfect. Yeah. Yeah. For those in the US, Thanksgiving is coming up in a couple of more weeks. So that's always something to look forward to. One of the things that's hard to get, by the way, in the Philippines is turkey. It's there, but it's kind of hard to find. All right, so we've got
That's a new
Paul.
market for you, Ace.
What's that?
Ace, that's a new market for you, bro. Raising
Well,
turkeys.
nah, gobble gobble gobble. I can just picture it now. All right, so Paul, you got your hand up out of the UK. We got Paul Thompson. How are you today?
I'm great, thanks. Yeah, having a great day. Um, I was just going to say that I mean, I've joined Pool Funding about 14 months ago, I think. So I've been around a while. And when I first joined, it was more about what I could earn on a daily basis, and that was what kind of got me excited. But I also recognized that there was a long-term investment element to it as well. But the longer I'm in Pool Funding, the more excited I'm getting about the longer term benefits and so on. So it's actually changed the way, to some extent, the way that I present the business now. And I think in many respects, well, it's got so many exciting elements to it now, so much more than it did at the beginning. But it was already good back then. So yeah, I just wanted to say, the focus has changed slightly, but I think it's gotten so much more exciting where we are now than when we started out. So that's my pennyworth, as we say.
I love your
cents.
pennyworth, you know. I'll double it for 2 cents. So that's good. That's awesome. I appreciate, you know, where you're coming from because you've been with us for, I mean, we're a 2-year-old organization, so you've been with us for most of that time. And yeah, we have an exciting daily program that we can get paid every day, and that's certainly wonderful for people. But yeah, the long-term thing, if you want to stick this out for a number of years, you know, 2, 3, whatever years, and look at what the potential is there, it's mind-blowing, right? Just to give you a peek, I want to give you guys a peek of how mind-blowing the numbers are. They're really mind-blowing. Um, I'll just use my case as an example here. Got to get this to open. Here we go. Let's go to the pool funding website. So, and if you go in here and you click on holding, and by the way, guys, we just recently added the PML holders and the top 100 PML holders. So I think you'll find that information and transparency very helpful. Okay. But if you just take a look at this chart here, you know, basically showing what's in the wallet for PFI and what it could be worth. So basically today's value and in the transition, what the value would be, that's huge. But ultimately, imagine this $2,300 here. It really is worth $45 million, $46 million. Okay. That's huge. So the kind of leverage that we're doing here and the game plan that we have for long-term wealth, you know, creation and accumulation, it's second to none. I mean, it's just, you know, we really have a fantastic plan here. So very exciting. All right. So let's go to Lindsay and his father, Alan, in the background there. You got your hand up out of Australia. Hello. Hi, Daddy-O. I call my dad, and I'll call
You're
you
muted,
Dad.
Lindsay.
I'll call you Daddy-O. All right.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Yeah, I was going to wear my red shirt today, but I changed my mind at the last moment.
Should have. You were
Yeah,
syncing. You're syncing
yeah,
in. Yeah, almost in sync.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Sometimes I like to see what color shirt you got on while my camera's off, and I go and go and change that to something. Didn't have a chance today. Dad was late. He was at the doctor's this morning. But hey, I just wanted to say we love the interaction. Like, you know, we make our payments together. Paulie brought us in way back in the beginning. And do you remember, Ace, in the very beginning, I used Dad's browser by mistake, thinking that it was mine, but I actually signed him up accidentally. Like we did the MetaMask wallet thing and everything. But I didn't realize I was in his browser and not mine, you know.
Uh-huh.
And so he then became Paulie's referral. And then, oh, I was on, like, with the onboarders at the time. Everyone came on. You came on. Everyone was
Yeah.
just trying to. We lost one of the accounts for the account that we used to set it up. And I think you came on at about the fourth or fifth hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
We- Oh, that was just crazy. But yeah, we had Z and Rosalie and I think I'm not sure if Christine came on. Um,
Yeah. You had the whole support. Yeah.
Anyway, everybody came on to help us out. It was just unreal. Right from the very beginning,
That
we were just
that
blown
that
away.
that checks another box too. You know, the level of support you get in pool funding is, can I say second to none? I mean, show me
Oh,
who's doing better than
amazing.
this, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
our
And
support team is amazing, and it's, you know, we're willing to go on a Zoom call with you and whatever, work it out.
yeah,
It's most people
yeah.
just want you to
Awesome.
email them. They're going to email you back, and then you back and forth. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you guys just jumped on a Zoom and but yeah, I just wanted to say also the interaction with Paulie too, and my referrals, and you know all of my friends that we've, like, you know, Joe. I'm not sure if Joe's here tonight, but yeah, like, it's a great bonding exercise, you know, for us all. We've all become even stronger, you know. We were friends before, but pool funding's just wonderful, you know, in that respect.
well,
Building relationships, you know.
you're a bond, so I guess it comes naturally for you to bond.
Yeah, yeah, true.
I
Yeah,
love it.
Dad's taken on he's got a new interest for himself now with pool funding, so it's great. he always comes downstairs and makes his payments with me, and we get in touch with Paulie. It's all like it's just something we look forward to every day.
It's exciting, right? And hey,
Yeah,
when you get up there, like with my dad and with your father, and you get up there, it's a good idea to have something exciting going on. It's a good idea.
yeah,
Stay excited. Keep
yeah,
it keeps you interested in what you're doing here. It's a good
yeah.
deal.
And all the friends we've made
Keeps the mind young.
Keeps the
keeps
mind
the
young.
mind young, Dad. Just
Yep, you're awesome. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with both of you when I come to Australia. So
yeah, likewise. And big shout out to Graham. You've seen the video. Graham sent us this big food hamper.
I saw that.
Graham's, oh,
Yeah,
amazing. Graham's
yeah,
daughter
and
came through on her way to Sri Lanka last week, and she stayed here for a night. But Graham didn't have to do it, but he sent us these two big boxes. It's just amazing. We've got food there for like last us a fortnight, I think. We've got meat. We've got your fridge downstairs here, Ace, is chockers. It's just chocker block with fruit and veggies and meat,
maybe
eggs. We've got,
I should come sooner than later, huh?
yeah, you should while that
Take
food's all
take
out there.
advantage of it. Yeah, as you had mentioned in that message you sent me directly, this community keeps attracting really quality people, and that's great. That's another box, something that brings in quality people, brings quality people together. So we really appreciate Graham, who's also in Australia,
Yeah,
and
Graham's
he's
awesome. Yeah.
he's like the leprechaun today with his pot of gold behind him. So
He is the pot of gold. Yeah,
that's right. All right, we've got I think Hunter, you came first, but do you want to Valley and let Scott go first?
Go ahead, Scott.
All right, well let Scott go first since you're the host. Go ahead, Scott. What's on your mind out of Thailand? Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I'll definitely reiterate everything Paul and Lindsay have said about pool funding. I'm a bit confused still on the holdings, like the top 100 PFO holdings and how it relates to the Whale Club because the positions are different. So how does that?
They are different, but they'll be brought up to speed at some point soon. But before we do the transition, it will be brought up to speed. But right now the Whale Club is based on what the blockchain says the top 50 are. But we know differently. We know that people with what we're holding in the pool funding website is also counted towards that, and that's going to be where the true whales are. But yeah, for multiple reasons, we're not in a hurry to make that change just yet, Scott.
But presumably, when the transition happens, everything will be based on the new coins.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So just for everybody's information, the true numbering, if you want to get your number, find out what your number is. Okay. I just got to jump into the other Chrome. It's not opening. Okay. All right. So for example, if you open up, let's just say PFB, for example. Okay. Well, according to PFB here, you see these contracts right here? Well, that's not a person. That's not one of you. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair for, these contracts, because these are administrative tools, right? Or liquidity pools but those don't really count, okay? But they're taking up a spot, right? Well, not really. That so and basically this is how the blockchain reads. So the blockchain reads in this order, okay? Now you notice that this big number here, see that big giant number there? If I go to the PFB top 100, you're not going to see that, okay? Top 100 PFB. You don't see that big number. The biggest number you see here is 7.1 PFB coin, okay? So that's a long ways away because there's quite a few of those, contracts above it, above the 7.1 here, okay? So technically, whoever is 7.1, that is number one, that's the number one well in the PFP coin, and so on. Okay, so basically, this is accounting for having what your holdings are, what your collateral is. It accounts for everything, and you get the total holdings. Like in this case, it's actually technically 7.14, almost 15, because it's 149 there, right? 149. So 7.149 is basically 15, more or less. So that's technically the entire holdings of this account here, because it counts what's being held in the pool funding website too. So the true list of wells, if you want to know what your real number is, come here and find your wallet address, and that's your real number. Okay, just so you know. But we're not going to basically change. We have a well page here. I'm not going to open it because there's certain confidential information in there for wells eyes only. But when you go there, it tells you what number you are, but that technically is not going to be the most accurate. It's probably a higher number than what you see there. Okay, just so you know. That's Scott's opened up the cat let the cat out of the bag there. So, all right, buddy. That clears it up for you, right?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So Hunter, buddy, out of Panama, our host.
Indeed.
We appreciate your hosting today. Thank you.
Absolutely. So everyone pretty much touched on what I want to touch on. So I'll just reiterate. The first thing I want to say is that indeed the support here is second to none. I'm an unofficial member of support. I've been on a call with probably about 8% of the people on this call, if not more. And I've also had the privilege of working with every single member of the executive team in one form or another. And they have been professional from all the way from A to Z, from the first moment we started talking to you today. So absolutely, the support is second to none. I may be a bit biased in that respect, but anyway. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was the community. Now, I've been involved in crypto for about 14 years now, for crypto in general, and I've been a part of pool funding since March of last year. And I want to say that I've never seen a community quite like this one. We're all here to build each other up. We're all here with a great word for each other. We're all here to help each other and help us reach our goals ultimately. And that's a really hard thing to find in crypto or in really any space for that matter. So I greatly enjoy being part of this community, and I greatly enjoy being part of the program.
All
Well
right.
said, Hunter.
Yeah, I second that. Well said. Well said. All right. Well, Jeffrey Barr is jumping in. You got your hand up, Jeffrey Barr. We can maybe wrap up.
Well,
with you.
I hadn't spoken a lot in a long time, so I thought I'd jump in here real quick. I'm thankful to be in this group. I joined in April 1 or so, and this is a resilient group. It is a really resilient group. When a lot of people could have got down, there's a lot of support here, and it's really strong, and it's a great feeling. And when I miss a meeting, I feel like I've lost something that week or something. But I had a question, Ace.
Sure.
When on the being a whale, if you lose your status, you lose that spot where the gosh, how do I want to say it correctly? The spot where you could fund more to the whale part.
Right. Yeah.
It disappears. If you fall out of the 50.
It's true. Yeah.
So how do we remedy that? I want to go in and remedy it, but do we get with Nancy or do we get with Maria? Or?
Absolutely. Nancy's our well liaison. So go ahead and say hello again, Nancy.
Hello, Scott.
Hey.
It's actually Jeffrey in this case.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Jeffrey. Sorry,
It's
guys.
the other one that talks a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm thankful to be here. Thank you for your leadership, Ace, and your awesome executive team. That they are spot on. I've never seen anything like the response times are immediate, almost, and it's kind of unprecedented.
Well, it's 24/7, 7 days a week, even
Right.
even on holidays. So it's yeah. And we managed to keep going even during a typhoon because most of them are in the Philippines. So, and the Philippines got hit by a big one, big typhoon. Still kept it going. So it's a good deal. Yeah, don't worry, Jeffrey. You always know I got your back. So, but Nancy will be sure to take care of you, and I'm sure there's some brown sugar left over for you too. So
y'all are incredible. But I just needed to know how to do that so I could, because the 22nd's coming around. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, remember the 22nd is a date that we penciled in, so it's not a rock solid date, but
okay.
We are working on a number of things to make it happen. One of the things is we're trying to lock in everybody on the PML coin, where they the sellers will just stop selling, and so we got to basically identify those that are not going to be cooperating and basically say hasta la vista, we don't need you anymore. So we really need to just be working with only those that are going to be cooperating. So as a measure to do that, in the next day or two, when you do transactions on the PML website, it's going to be taking your picture just like it does on the pool funding website, because that seems to help. What do you guys think about that?
Agreed.
We need to know who we're dealing with, right? So, and and make sure that we're working with people who are wanting to cooperate, because we'd like to see the price of PML get right back up to $1 million and then continue its way back to 1.4 million. But let's get it back up to $1 million, and maybe we'll give a little bit of relief, after that, to those that need it. But the sooner we get it up there, the better. But it's a little sketchy right now because we're still trying to sort out who are the ones that are not really cooperating, because we know that they're at least connected to our community, right? So we're not dealing with total strangers here when it comes to any of our coins. That's just by design, with the high prices of our coin. Only people that are connected with our community would be interested in doing anything with our coin. But again, we're in this where we all win together. We're all for one and one for all, and we don't want it to be like some win at the expense of everyone else. That's how it works in most deals. We're different. We want it to be a cooperation, and it's understood that by cooperation we all get to win together. That's the special thing too. That checks another box. Okay. So we check all the boxes. And how about we just wrap up with that and everybody say, pool funding checks all the boxes. How about that?
Pool funding checks
Pool
all
funding
the
checks
All the
boxes.
boxes.
Funding checks all the boxes.
more than
Pool funding checks all the
almost any.
boxes.